Hey everybody, it's the Cycling Custodian back with you again. I have just left Saltillo in Coahuila and I am on my way to Real de Catorce in kind of like a desert plateau kind of thing, south of Saltillo. So this whole uh, this whole experience has made me want to talk about a certain topic that I feel is relevant to a lot of people, and it is help. The letters Help is not a dirty word, okay? And what I mean by that is there's so many people out there that are legitimately concerned, or they don't feel like they're worthy, or they feel like asking for help is a sign of weakness. I mean, the list goes on, really. So we're just gonna leave it at those three for now. But that being said, um, there's absolutely nothing wrong with needing help from time to time. Period. Full stop. No more. Like, we all need help. We function together when we can work together better, right? I mean, let's use this example, okay? So you're trying to lift something incredibly heavy, okay? You can lift it, sure, but if you have help, it's a lot easier, right? So that's a really simple answer, a little simple example, and kind of sarcastic, and I'm sorry. But that being said, let's take something a little bit bigger, right? So like the example of a lot of my possessions being burned north of Chihuahua a few weeks ago. Um, I needed help. Legit. Like, I didn't have the money to replace the things that got burnt. I needed to reach out to friends and family and, let's be honest, total strangers from Instagram, Facebook, social media was a really good help for me in that. And because I asked for help, I received help, right? There's a whole biblical thing, ask and you shall receive thing. Um, but it's true. People don't know to help you if they don't know you need help. And if you are too scared to ask for help, or you think that it's a sign of weakness, or that you should just toughen up and work through it. Okay, there's a time for that. Like, don't get me wrong. There's a time for, just buckle down and work harder. I get that. That is not the majority of the time. Okay, that's like challenge yourself and understand your limits and see how far you can go. I get that, like, a lot. I mean, I'm riding my bike to Peru for my first touring trip. Like, I get the whole work hard thing. But there's also a time when we need to acknowledge the fact that we are vulnerable as human beings. We do need help every now and then, and that other people can, in fact, help us get through that. Okay? So, in my humble opinion, and I mean, if you're watching this, I guess you care about that. It takes a lot of strength to recognize your weaknesses, to recognize that maybe you don't know how to do something, or maybe to recognize that you did make a big mistake and that you would need some help to rectify the situation, however that is, okay? Or to just understand your capabilities and recognize that you might achieve the task more efficiently by asking someone for help. Okay? So I'm not like saying you need to ask for help all the time, and like, I don't know, if you need it, okay, sure. If you legitimately need help a lot, then fine, ask for help a lot. But when someone comes your way, be willing to help them in any way you can as well. It's like the whole pendulum swings both ways kind of deal. Like, if you keep taking and taking and taking and taking, you can take as much as you need. But when you're in a position to give, then I think that's your opportunity to help others as well. So that's been a big lesson for me. And I like doing stuff on my own. I like the challenge. I like doing really hard stuff and proving to myself, and I guess in some weird kind of way other people, that I can do hard stuff by myself. But in doing this whole thing, I realized, like, this whole trip, this whole big, like, 13,000 kilometer, 13 country long thing, I'm receiving so much help, it's not even funny. Alright, like, it's legitimately, like, it's getting kind of comical at this stage. Like, I'm writing everything down in my little journal, book, travel diary thing here. And I've received 68 or 69 acts of kindness from strangers or people that I'm staying with or just randoms on the street kind of thing. Like, think about that. 69 acts of kindness. And I have been doing this for 47 days or something. 46, 47 days. That's more than an act a day. Like, that's like more help than days I've been on this trip. Okay? So when you put it into context like that, like, yeah, this whole journey thing, self-discovery, the whole deal, like, it's all super duper possible. But you know how much more difficult it would be if I didn't receive any help? I'd be like, I'd be cycling to Peru with a blanket and hiking boots and my pants and a shirt and basically no cycling gear and missing a lot of stuff. Okay, dude, like, straight up, like, it's possible. It's probably not the most ideal situation to have yourself in those particular circumstances. So, yeah, it's possible. You can do it. And if you want to do that way, sure. I mean, by all means. I mean, I would love to watch the footage from that situation, because that would be, man, it would be hard. And I don't know, man. If someone did that, just hats off to them, because that's just next level. But getting back to the point, right? Like, we all need help in some way or another, whether it be physical, moving stuff, whether it be mental, breaking through your own barriers, psychological barriers that you might have for X, Y, and Z, whatever it's going to be. Or spiritual boundaries, you know, things that you're trying to figure out, self-discovery. Someone knows something that you don't, that is your stepping stool to the next level of your development. You know what I mean? Like, there's people that know stuff that can really help you. See, there's that word again, help. You know what I mean? Like, it can really help. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't want to make this too much longer, but man, my guides and everything is telling me a lot. Like, you gotta share this, you gotta share this, you gotta share this. And I was like, I gotta go to sleep. And this was last night, you know what I mean? So, like, today I had some time just hanging out in my little home away from home, my tent that I got, compliments of the lovely people of, what was that one, Instagram. I had put some feelers out because my tent disappeared. I don't know, fell off my bike. I have no idea. The poles were still there, tent was gone. And I kid you not, within 3 hours, I had 2 tents. One was too heavy, and this one's the one that I chose because it was a bit lighter, still a lot heavier than my other one, but it's bigger. I have space. I can, like, move around in here. It's great. All right, like, I don't know, I'm enjoying it. So, again, ask for help and receive it, right? And recognize the times that you do need help. And sometimes it's not asking outward for help either. Sometimes ask that voice in your head that, like, tells you stuff all the time when you're doing probably not the right thing. And it's, like, nudging you the other way. Ask that voice too. That voice has a lot to say, and if you listen, it typically has its, you know, has your best interests in mind, because that voice is you on another level. Okay, so without getting too much deeper into stuff like that because I could talk about that all day long. Um, let's leave it there for today. I really appreciate you all for helping me out and for being there for me when I really needed it. Um, it means a lot more to me than I think some of you may or may not realize. I don't know. I don't know what you realize, but I'm just telling you, I appreciate you all. For those of you that don't know what this is all about and you want to check it out, I'm going to put some links down in the description for the GoFundMe and the Patreon page so you can see why I'm riding my bike to Peru. But all that in mind, to those of you that have already donated, thank you for the help. And for the rest of you that will donate, I appreciate you in advance. All right. So many blessings of love and light from me to you, and until next time, take care.